Oh, welcome to the third and final session of Marching to Better Health. My name is Denaya Benners. I am the Health Promotions Coordinator here in the Health Education Division at Cumberland County Department of Public Health. And before we go into today's session, I just want to recap the last sessions. So March is National Nutrition Month. And in the first session, Natasha Lax from 31 Eden spoke to us about 3 different aspects when it came to gardening. She talked about produce from the grocery store versus your own garden, some benefits of gardening, and she also gave us some tips on how to start a garden. And last week, Candy from NC Cooperative Extension gave us tips on eating the Mediterranean way, which included eating turkey and chicken breasts more than red meats, swapping your fats for olive oil, eating more fruits and vegetables, and whole grains. And she also gave us a demonstration on mushroom beef tacos. And surprisingly, I went on the website and I actually tried one of the recipes. It was basil, tomato, shrimp, pasta. So it was no sauce. So I was a little skeptical, but it was good. And you couldn't even tell the pasta was whole grain. So I was surprised about that. So if you guys want to try that, that was good. All right, so today we're going to be talking about physical activity and mental health and wellness, the importance of them, and some tips and tricks to improve them. Yeah, Tamara, you got the taco seasoning. Was it good?
Yeah, it was decent. I was actually missing the oregano, so I don't know if that made a huge difference in what it should have tasted like, but I used it and I used it on chicken. And I put the chicken and peppers, no mushrooms, in the wrap, in the low carb flat wrap that we mentioned.
Okay, that actually sounds really good. I was like, maybe I'll make some tacos, but I don't know about the mushrooms because, like I said, I might be allergic. Okay, so first we're going with physical health, and there are many different reasons physical health is important, such as prevention of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and things like that. It can decrease your stress levels, improve your moods, increase your energy. You can have better sleep at night, and it also leads to strong bones and muscles, which later in life lowers your risk of falls. And I know that when I exercise like I was supposed to, I did have better sleep and more energy throughout the day because I would exercise in the morning, and that got me through the rest of the day. Are there any other reasons that we think physical health is important other than these that are shown?
Well, just maybe the most common weight loss, which contributes to those other things. I am doing the wellness challenge that the county offers through employee wellness and the worksite wellness challenge with WW that they have. And my overall goal, of course, is to just feel better and have the energy and less stress and all the things. But in conjunction with that, I'll have decreased weight, which would be nice if the scale smiled at me more. So, yeah, I know that weight loss is naturally a part of that process.
Yeah, that's true. I know some of my family members have weight issues themselves, which leads to some of their health issues that they have. And I try to encourage them to work out a little bit, but they don't like to do that. So hopefully one day they realize that if they exercise, they won't have to be on some of the medications that they're on. All right, and now I found this short video from the Dana Foundation. It talks about some of the benefits of exercise. Hopefully you guys can hear it. It's a quick video. Let me know if you can't.
Aerobic activities that are moderately intense, like brisk walking, for a total of at least 30 minutes on most days, is good for your heart and your overall health. You know that it's also good for your brain. Exercise improves blood circulation in the brain and releases substances that protect and promote the growth of neurons, brain cells that send and receive messages. These effects can lead to better memory, attention, and executive function, which is the ability to plan and make decisions. Exercise may also enlarge the hippocampus, area of the brain involved in memory that tends to shrink as we age. This may help explain why regular exercise is associated with a lower risk of dementia. In addition, a daily hike or bike ride can enhance your emotional well-being by increasing mood-boosting chemicals in the brain, and it may lower the risk of depression and reduce symptoms in those who have depression or anxiety. Got only 10 minutes? It's fine to divide that half hour of exercise into shorter spurts. In addition to aerobic exercise, try to do strength training at least 2 days a week, which may also improve cognitive function and mood. Lifting weights is one way, but not the only one. You can also use resistance bands, household objects like cans and water jugs, or your own body weight. If you're new to working out, see a healthcare provider to make sure it's safe for you. Start slowly and gradually ramp up the intensity. Choose activities you enjoy so you'll stick with them. And remember that everyday activities like mowing the lawn or cleaning your house count if they get your heart pumping. However you do it, moving your body strengthens your brain, which makes exercise a smart idea.
So I like that video because it's short, it's simple, it gets to all the points that we need. It touches on not only the body and exercise benefits for that, but it also touches on your brain as well. Okay, so some of the recommendations are to exercise for 30 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week, and these exercises need to be with moderate intensity. So this means increasing your heart rate and increasing your breathing. You also want to stretch a little bit every day, and also, like the video said, do some strength exercises, and these can be from 2 to 3 days a week. You can break up your exercises. So, like I said, you don't have to do 30 minutes in one sitting. If you only have 10 minutes right now, you could do 10 minutes right now, 10 minutes later, and then 10 minutes before you go to bed. And you can do your everyday activities. I know sometimes I work up a sweat when I'm cleaning the whole house, like on my Saturdays. I'm like, today's cleaning day, so I'm gonna do my laundry. And I have stairs, and my bedroom is upstairs, so I have to carry the laundry basket down the stairs to do the laundry, which, that increases my breathing a little bit, which probably means I need to exercise a little bit more. And our chair exercises do count. Some chair exercises can be marching and placing your chair or doing leg extensions. And you want to do this with a sturdy chair so your chair is not rolling up from under you. So if I'm sitting here in the office and I'm just like, let me just do a little bit of exercising, I can just sit here and march in my seat and it still counts as exercise. So I just want to know, what are some things that keep you from doing physical activity? Anybody have any barriers or any reasons why
It's
you
time
want to
consuming.
exercise? I'm sorry?
It's time consuming.
Yeah, time consuming, but like we said, you can break them exercises up.
Yeah.
I know sometimes I get a little bit like discouraged if my exercise can't look like other people's. So, people run or they, can lift heavy weights or things like that. And my kneecaps don't allow that. And I don't have a lot of upper body strength. So my exercise usually looks like a walk or a video of walking of some sort, or if I am doing strength stuff, I'm still doing like resistance pulls or using my upper body, but not necessarily adding weights to it. But like you say, it still counts. So doing what I can and modifying where necessary so that I don't get discouraged by not being able to, run a full 5K or marathon or whatever like other people.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I know for me, exercising in my head automatically equates to go to the gym, and I don't really like the gym. So then I can talk myself out of exercising. And I always do that. I'm just like, well, I don't want to do this, so maybe I don't have to. Or I'll go, I'm going to exercise before I go to bed, so then I can go take my shower and then go to sleep. and then somebody will call me, and then I'll just forget all about exercising. And then I'll be like, well, we'll try again tomorrow. Okay. So when we want to get active, we want to make goals for ourselves, and these goals should be SMART. So SMART stands for specific. So what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do exactly? Measurable. How will you know when you've reached this goal? Achievable. Can you accomplish this? Is this realistic? Can you realistically achieve this goal that you set for yourself? And is it timely? When do you want to accomplish this? So, like I said, exercising for me says go to the gym. So I'm not going to create a goal that requires me to go to the gym 5 days a week when I don't even want to do it 1 day a week. And you want to start small. So let's say you haven't exercised in like 3 months. Don't go, I'm going to exercise for 7 days a week, every week for this month. Start small and be like, maybe I'm going to do 2 days a week. And you also want to find something that you enjoy, because then if you're doing this activity, it won't seem like you're exercising. And here I have 2 goals. The first goal is very general and not a SMART goal, while the second goal is a SMART goal. It has all the elements that you need. And so now I want to take a second and I want you guys to create your own SMART goals. And I know we're talking about physical exercise and activity today, but you can use SMART goals for anything that you want. Maybe you want to drink more water, or maybe you want to cook more during the week. So just take a second and create a SMART goal for yourself. Timer goes, by the end of March, I will have drank 16 more ounces of water a day for at least 4 days a week than I normally do. That is a very ambitious goal in my head. I think that if I can finish my can of water that I bring to work every day, I'm happy. But I support you in that goal. Yeah, drinking water, I don't know what it is about drinking water that it's just like, dang, you just forget about it. It just sits there. Like, I know I bring my can of water to work every day, and I'll drink my tea first in the morning, and then I have my water later. And then I'll drink about maybe a quarter of my water, and then the rest is just sitting there. And I'll go home and I'm like, dang, I didn't really drink any water today. Which is okay. I just know I need to do better. All right, so next we're going to talk about mental health and wellness. And here is an image that has some things that can impact your mental health. Feel free to unmute or put in the chat box some things that you see or some things that you do not see that you think should be up here. And just give you a second to look at it.
We're looking for things that impact our mental health.
Yes.
Okay.
And I know that they probably have like really in-depth, not in-depth, but specific descriptions of what these images should mean. But for some reason, to me, the one in the top of the guy sitting at the desk, that's not work, that's bill paying. And that definitely affects my mental health.
I can agree that does impact my mental health as well. I think I'm doing good, and then all of a sudden I get another bill, and I'm just like, dang, where did that bill come from?
So I would say for me right now, the news, because everything's just going really crazy in the news. So that's impacting my mental health.
Yeah, I know when the pandemic first started, COVID just became a thing. Every hour, every second, something else was coming on in the news or my social media, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't keep up. And then eventually I had to take a break because I can't look at this. And then imagine us who work in public health who have to do this for our job. You have to look at that stuff. You can't really escape it too much.
I see the hospital, which by itself definitely impacts your mental health, and social media alone, just because of all the news. Sorry if y'all hear my brother's kids in the background.
It's okay. Yeah, but these are all things that can impact your mental health. And as I said, there might be some things up here that you might not see that also can impact your mental health. And mental health and wellness is important because it can increase healthy relationships, create healthy behaviors. You can develop positive coping mechanisms, recognize your emotions, and deal with your emotions in positive ways. So let's say you're stressed out at work and you go home and you might work out instead of drinking a glass of alcohol. That can be a positive coping mechanism. Just having a quick physical activity to calm you down or release some stress. Because we do know that physical activity and exercise can decrease stress levels. And you want to accept small wins and be kind to yourself. So positive self-talk. Let's say your goal of drinking water, and you realize, dang, I didn't get that 16 ounces, but I got 10. That's still a win. You're still getting closer to your goal, and you can try again tomorrow or the next day to reach that 16. And then you might not even get that 16. You might get 14, but you're still reaching that goal and making steps to get to that 16. Don't be afraid to reach out to friends, family, because you never know who is willing to listen and what kind of advice that people can give you. Sheena says, celebrate small success. Yes, that is very important. And as we talked about things that can impact your mental health and wellness, don't overwhelm yourself with the news. I made that mistake. And I had to unplug and just not look at anything, especially like now. And it's just like things are going on and just like, oh, when will this end? And it seems like there's no ending. So don't overwhelm yourself with the news and social media. And I want to talk about some stress relievers. Here's a list. This is not all the things that you can do to relieve stress, but you can spend some time alone, change your hair, treat yourself. Let's say you like ice cream. Maybe this weekend you realize it's been a long week. Treat yourself to an ice cream cone or an ice cream cup. Go unplug, take away all the electronics because that phone constantly going off and you having to check it and see what's going on with everybody can bring you stress as well. Take a walk outside. Sometimes being in the nature just calms you down. I know my favorite stress reliever is to listen to music. It doesn't matter what kind of music. As soon as I turn on some music, I just feel instantly better. Are there any stress relievers that you see up here that you guys like to do or you have?
Taking advantage of resources that are available to me. So, there's programs or things that are out there that get offered through your job, and you read about it and you just move on and don't really pay it any mind. But we have I can't think of the name of it right now, but we have a system that allows you to connect with mental wellness programs or specialists. And you can do that through a counseling session or assistance with, you know, connecting you to a resource or agency in the community that may be more specific to your need at that time. But folks don't really pay attention to the fact that we have that. So it gets, you know, advertised and then it just kind of gets put by the wayside, but just paying more attention to what's already in my line of sight and available to me, as opposed to just thinking, oh, I don't know where to go or what to do or where I can get services at. And these are free things as county employees anyway that are available to us to reduce stress and increase mental wellness.
I like to listen to my favorite songs as well. Any type of music. I love a good I like jazz because I like the saxophone, so that's my favorite. But also any kind of like neo soul, just something to kind of get your mind away. And I also like to change my hair. That's my thing.
Yeah, changing my hair is not really something that I go for a lot. Me deciding that I want to lock up my hair was a big decision. It stressed me out a little bit. So that's not something I did to relieve my stress. And the last thing, I just want to throw this out here, you know, our 3 W's, wearing a mask still. I know the mandate has been lifted in some areas, but it's still important, especially if you're feeling sick, to wear a mask and avoid close contact and washing our hands and using hand sanitizer. People still have germs and there's other sicknesses as well still out there, so we want to do these things. The health department also offers testing and vaccination Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. My number is 910-433-3600 if you want to contact us with questions. We're located at 1235 Ramsey Street, and you can also visit our website to get other COVID information. Here is my contact information. And I also encourage you guys to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram if you have social media. We like to post updates of events that we're having and also webinars like these that I've hosted for March. So if you follow us on Facebook, you'll be able to see what other webinars are coming up as well. And that is all I actually have for you guys today. It was a really short one today. But do you guys have any questions for me? No questions? Okay, well, if you have no questions, you guys can have a good night. I'll stay here just in case somebody wants to linger and ask me a question after.
Thank you, Denaya. This was good. I appreciate the sessions. Hey, little people. Appreciate the sessions, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to connect with people. Ms. Deborah, I told everybody I could about your natural eating journey that I encountered last week. So I think connections to other folks and hearing stories and being able to share and you know, collaborate with folks and learn about their lives is impactful too. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome. And it's been a joy being with you all too. I just finished my walking partner, and when I got home, so I'm like really tired now and ready to eat dinner.
I went ahead and forced myself to do the walk earlier. We get hope time too, another thing that we get as employees, and we get to dedicate 30 minutes that's not considered lunch or work time or anything like that, 3 times a week if we'd like to, on something physical or wellness building. So I did a walking video program in our wellness room in the back today, and I really did not want to do it. I had no desire to do it, but